And we are live. All right. Hello, everyone. Question for you as my camera adjusts. All right. So, did you grow up having to take care of a parent or siblings, and now you find it hard to connect with others? Maybe you feel as if you didn't have the opportunity as a child to fully integrate yourself into social situations, and as a result, you never really learned how to interact and connect with people. And now, as an adult, you find yourself having to start from ground zero. Well, I'm here to tell you that there is help for you, and you're going to learn a lot from today's live. So listen. So hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is America, and I am a cognitive central nervous system regulation coach. And I help high-performing individuals who grew up being parentified to create enriching relationships through becoming the dopest person that they know. And today we are going to be talking about the central nervous system and what it means for your central nervous system to be in a state of dysregulation and how this can impact the way that you create your relationships in life, or if you have relationships in life at all. So we're going to be talking about, first and foremost, what is the central nervous system? Once we talk about that, we'll move into the central nervous system dysregulation point and how being parentified also plays a role in the dysregulation of your central nervous system. And then finally, we're going to be talking about how having a dysregulated central nervous system as an individual who was parentified, how that impacts your relationships. So let's get into it. So what is the central nervous system? So the central nervous system is essentially comprised of your brain and your spinal cord. So your central nervous system essentially allows you to create homeostasis within your body. So when your body is in a state of homeostasis, your body is within a state of relaxation. Your body is in a state of calmness. Your body is out of the fight or flight response. So when you have a dysregulated nervous system, you are consistently in a state of fight or flight, meaning that your body is not relaxed. And because your body is not relaxed, you are not able to see the world around you as it truly is. You see it from a state of hypervigilance, which doesn't allow you to truly create the relationships that you desire because you're not able to create a sense of psychological safety within your body. So with the central nervous system being the focal point of how you create homeostasis within your body, which is a sense of safety within your body, when your central nervous system is in a state of dysregulation, meaning that it's disorganized, it's in the fight or flight response, you are no longer able to see your reality, as I mentioned before, as it is. You see it as you are. You may see the world around you as not safe because you don't have safety within your body. You may see the world around you as something that cannot be trusted, because when you are out of a state of homeostasis, you're out of a state of trust within yourself. So when you are looking at the world around you from a dysregulated central nervous system, this causes you to not see the world as it is. It causes you to see the world as you are. Now, how does this relate to being parentified? So if you grew up being parentified, more than likely, if you took care of a parent or you had to take care of your siblings, you had to take on the role of being the third or the second parent to your siblings who were younger than you. Growing up, your body may have been in a constant state of chronic stress, a chronic state of fight or flight, a chronic state of not feeling safe within your body because you had to take on the role of adult responsibilities as a child, and you didn't necessarily have the emotional capacity to do that. So as a result, your body didn't know how to handle the circumstances that you were under. So when it comes to being parentified and when it comes to having a central nervous system that is dysregulated as an adult, let's look into how that impacts the way that you create relationships. So again, when you have a dysregulated central nervous system, you are in a constant state of fight or flight. your body is not relaxed. And because your body is not relaxed, you don't feel safe. You don't feel safe within your body, and you don't feel safe within your environment. So you are constantly looking at your environment, whether it be consciously or subconsciously, looking for dangers, looking for conflict, looking for signs that your reality is not safe. And when you have that underlying belief that your reality is not safe, you then activate your reticular activating system to then confirm what it is that you truly believe. So regardless of the environment that you are in, if you believe that you are not safe in any environment that you're in, whether you live in the most beautiful high-rise in the city, or if you live in the hood, you are going to find different scenarios within your environment to confirm to you that you are not safe, whether it be physical safety or, again, psychological safety. More times than none, it's going to be a sense of psychological safety, because ultimately that's what you felt as a child. You didn't feel psychologically safe being parentified. So how does this impact your relationships when you don't feel safe within your body, when you don't have a regulated central nervous system, and when your body is not in a state of homeostasis? This is what this looks like. So again, when you lack psychological safety within your body, you have a fear of vulnerability. You constantly look for scenarios where you will be rejected and you avoid them. So when you may see crowds of people that you may know or that you may not know, you may go the other way, right? Because you don't feel psychologically safe to interact with others. Also, due to a fear of vulnerability, you may create emotional walls that prevent you from having meaningful connections. So as a result, you self-sabotage your ability to create relationships because you have emotional walls and you come off as guarded. Now, another way that having a dysregulated central nervous system can impact your relationships is you have difficulty trusting others. So due to past experiences that you may have of being let down as a child, right? Or feeling as if you had to solely rely on yourself, you then have difficulty trusting others because of those past experiences. And because you have a difficulty trusting others, you have difficulty opening up and expressing to others when you need help, thus reinforcing the concept that you are in this world all alone and that you are not safe. And then finally, how this impacts your relationships. Now, it impacts your relationships in a multitude of ways, but I'm just going over a few ways here. And then finally, you are in a state of hypervigilance in social situations. So you are constantly scanning for signs of disapproval when you're interacting socially with others. You're looking for signs of rejection. You're looking for signs of conflict. And this ultimately leads to you having a feeling of being disconnected or misunderstood because you are emotionally shut down and people can't feel you and you can't feel them. And as a result, because you have a hard time letting people in, you often feel misunderstood because you're not opening up to allow people to understand you, to understand why you're interacting with the world in the way that you're interacting with the world, right? Thus, again, confirming within your subconscious mind that you are in this world all alone. Now, so we just went over, again, the impact of having a dysregulated central nervous system on your relationships. We went over what the central nervous system is, what it means for your central nervous system to be dysregulated, and how that correlates to being parentified as a child. And then finally, how having a dysregulated central nervous system impacts the relationships that you have in life or lack thereof. Now, if you are a high performer who has been parentified and you deeply desire to create emotional stability within yourself, you deeply desire to create psychological safety within yourself, and as a result, you deeply desire to create relationships that are enriching and fulfilling. However, you don't know how to because you are in a constant state of fight or flight because you have a disorganized central nervous system, which ultimately repels people on an energetic level. If you know that if any of the things that I've mentioned you relate to and you are ready to break free, you're ready to work on yourself. You're finally ready to do the inner work so that you're able to create those relationships that you desire. Go ahead and click the link in my bio in order to schedule a one-on-one session where we will be able to identify the limiting beliefs that you are carrying that's causing you to repel others or not to allow others in, as well as create a plan for you to regulate your central nervous system so that you're able to be open and vulnerable to create the relationships that you desire. And then finally, create a 90-day plan where we're able to, again, identify your limiting belief systems, come up with a strategy for regulating your central nervous system, and then finally, reprogramming your subconscious mind so that you're able to reprogram the limiting belief systems that you have adopted throughout your life, throughout your childhood, that's causing you not to be the open person that you need to be to create those relationships in your life. So if that is something that you're interested in, go ahead and click the link below or above, wherever it may be, and we can schedule that one-on-one coaching session, 90-minute coaching session. So that was today's live. Hopefully everyone watching this enjoyed it and you learned something. If you did, let me know what was a aha moment for you in the comments. And until next time, remember that your confidence will always be your frequency of life. So maintain your confidence, maintain your frequency. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, deuces.